It's time for a homeschool mom quick chat, quick catch up. Welcome back to Making Everyday Magic. My name is Shanna, and if you are new here, we are a homeschooling family of 4. We are about to enter our 8th year of homeschooling. And today I am here to share, as part of a collaboration, basically just a quick homeschool mom catch-up chat, just answer a few questions. So let's jump right into it. Guys, before we go any further, please scroll down, hit the big red subscribe button, turn on the bell for notifications, and give this video a thumbs up. As always, you can find me right on down in the description, right on down in the comments, or over on Instagram at Making Everyday Magic. As I've already said, this video is in fact a collaboration hosted by Valerie over at Our Homeschool Castle. I'm super excited to be a part of it because I love any chance that we get as secular kind of sharing moms to come together and kind of compile our very different very unique experiences into one place, one playlist, which of course I will have linked down below in the description, or you can find right up here. So be sure to go check out everybody's story, give everybody some love. With that, Valerie has provided us just a few questions to answer because it's one of those kind of like fun, get to know ya, but by everybody having the same kinds of questions, it makes it a little more fun because it is different experiences, different takes on the same topic, which I think can be incredibly valuable to the homeschool audience that is here. Because again, not everybody homeschools like I homeschool, and so I do want to be able to come and share and provide, different experiences because everybody has something different that they can bring to the table. So let's jump right into the questions. Of course, I've got them pulled up on my computer right over here. So if you see my head whipping back and forth, it's because I'm trying to make sure I'm answering the questions. So let's get started. Question number 1. Just introduction to me and my kids. So you guys know my name is Shanna, and I have been here sharing about our secular homeschool journey for 4 years now. Oh my gosh. Basically started this channel right before everything went on into the fan of that global situation that happened. And it was a really good time to start talking about homeschool. At the same time, I actually launched our family travel channel, which I do have. And have since kind of phased out sharing a lot of fresh and new content because while it was a great time to start talking about homeschool, it was not a great time to start talking about traveling. So that happened. We are, as I said, going into our 8th year of homeschooling for the 2024-2025 school year. We will have a 7th grader and a 3rd grader. So both girls, 12, and by the time you see this, 8. So I think that's it. I think that's everything you need to know about me. We prefer and choose secular curriculum choices when possible. I have a lot of experience with neutral things where the company may have a tilt or a slight and we enjoy their product, but I've never used anything that I felt was problematic or went against my values. And I've never been one of those people who, oh, it's so great, everybody loves it. I just tweak it to fit my need as far as conflicting values. So that's not something that I do. And we don't choose Christian-based curriculum because that's not how we've chosen to homeschool. We do have personal faith. We just don't mix the two. That works for us. Something that I do always do, you guys know, is I tweak everything we use. I never use anything as prescribed because that's just not how it tends to work for us. So for us, we just find what works the way it works for us. I'm also really big on quitting things, which I think is going to come up with one of these questions here in a minute. So that's my answer to my first question. Question number 2, share something new in your life or homeschool. So something that is new for me that I am constantly struggling with is trying to do less because I have a tendency to want to do it all. Oh, it's a great opportunity. Oh, we should do this thing. Look at this awesome, blah, 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 blah. And I need always to meter myself and bring it back. So I am still always trying this for myself. So for this coming year, something that will be new is I'm going to try to incorporate more fun aspects of homeschool in the sense of instead of journaling or writing something or taking notes, things like that, I want to incorporate more art. So like watercolors for things that we're learning about, things like that. is my goal to remember to always keep fun as the big priority in our homeschool because we can. So something new in life right now, if you guys haven't been following me over on Instagram, from the time of filming this, we are still waiting to get some holes in our home patched up. So we have now had, we are over 2 weeks since we had a leak in our attic, which came through our oldest room into our kitchen. So we've got a lot going on there because of that, partly because of life, travel, speaking, all of those things. I still have curriculum down here, but right after I film this video, I'm gonna go get everything put away and I think I will feel like a new human. So that is exciting for me. So those are new things. We are about to have some new people working in our home to hopefully give us new sheetrock and other new things since we have just this insanity going on, which I'm so over already, and it hasn't even really started, so yeah. Number 3, favorite curriculum company that just jives with your family really well, and why? 1, you guys know I love Timberdoodle. I love that they put so much fun stuff in their kits, and I always have. A more recent addition, love and appreciation, is the Michael Clay Thompson Language Arts, and that is because I think I can finally articulate why I like it so much, and it is because instead of making language arts and writing incredibly formulaic, it is the understanding and appreciation of words as art, and for me, I love it so much more. So I love that we can discuss something. I like the books that have been chosen, which I'm currently reading the last of the readers for my incoming 7th grader, because I like to pre-read them, so I'm ready. And I just love the love of the word that is taught. I like that a noun isn't always a noun. A noun is in how it's used, right? What matters is the use of the word. I like that they aren't taught that, you know, a paragraph is always 5 sentences long. If you're saying everything you need, a paragraph can be 1 sentence. I personally love the admiration for language that comes across in the Michael Clay Thompson program. For me, and again, don't use it as prescribed, for me, it has been so incredibly refreshing and such an incredibly different approach to language arts, and I love it so much. I love it so much, but I can see how people are like, this isn't for us, it's not enough, it's too, like, I can see how that would turn a lot of people off, but for me, I love that it fills me so much with joy that I feel like it is an approach that, given the opportunity, I take great joy in. It's an approach that I would take myself if I wanted to write about writing, because it is art. It is art. Words should be moving and deep and wonderful, and I love the way that is examined through the Michael Clay Thompson program. So for me, that's the one, and that's why. Michael Clay Thompson and Timberdoodle. I just will always love them. Love them so much. Number 4, your favorite things about homeschool. So this is probably in no particular order. I like seeing my kids learn. I like being the reason that they learn. I love being able to keep our family unit together most of the time. I like all the time that I feel like I get that other people don't, honestly. Traveling is really big for us. You guys know that. Being able to go places during the day when other people just simply aren't there. So freedom, really. My kids and I were having this discussion the other day in the car, driving past some fancy houses, like, oh, it would be so great if we had all the money to do that. And it was the realization for me that if I had all the money, I would never buy a giant house. I wouldn't buy things. If I had all the money, I would utilize it for time with the people that I love and the things I want to do. So for me, it's the time. That is the greatest resource that I can fathom in my brain. If I had all the money in the world, it would mean that I had time to do what I wanted with the people that I loved. And so for me, homeschool means time. Time in the places with less people there, time to do what we want, time to learn how we want to learn, time. So it's time, the freedom of time. That for me is why we love homeschooling. Time. Number 5, share an example of a good day. An example of a good day, it always, not to get crazy here. It begins and ends with me, okay? Example of a good day. It begins and ends with me. So if I am up when I want to be up, I am dressed and ready, I have done some work, I have done something in my house, and I feel ready and fully prepared to really nose down and engage and get in with my kids at 9 a.m., that tends to be a good day. Our favorite days are Mom and Me Mondays when we work through everything together. My favorite day, kids' favorite day, tends to be our longest school day, but we love it. That is a good day for me. A bad day, painful truth, again, begins and ends with me. If I have woken up behind the gun and then I'm rushing and I feel frazzled, that translates to my kids. If they are rushing and then feel frazzled, then things aren't happening in a good manner. If we're not managing our time well, things go off the rails. Some days we have to quit because, and I've said this 1,000 times and I will say it 1,000 more, it is so important to know when to quit. Not necessarily quit homeschooling every day, but like some days are really hard. Your kids are fussy. They're at each other. They're at you. You're at them. Some days you recognize you're together too much, and that's okay. Some days I literally threaten my kids. Like I punish them. You can't play together. Like we can't get along. We need some time apart. You're not allowed to play together for the rest of the day. Which is catastrophic in our house because they're each other's favorite person and worst enemy. You have kids, you understand. But it truly, truly begins and ends with me. So if I am out of sorts, it's easier for everything to get out of sorts. Now, the thing that I've said time and time again and will continue to say, I would rather move the goalpost. So if we've not gotten done everything that was intended for the day, I would rather, if it's off the rails and you can recognize there's no recovery here, I would rather cut it early and end on a winning note, right? End feeling as best as we can, liking each other, ready to come back fresh the next day. I would rather end winning than suffer a win. So I would rather cut it early than push through, trudge through, and everybody hates each other. But we've checked every box. Like for me, some days you're just done. And I have that with work too. Some days I'm just like, you know what? Today, right now, I'm done. I'm out. That's it. But it truly does. It truly does. So an example of a good day, it starts with me. An example of a bad day, it starts with me, which is hard. And you're mothers, most of you understand. There's kind of a nucleus of the home. And I'm sorry, a lot of that burden is you. And I think I'm going to do a video on this coming up pretty soon about motherhood and how you're kind of responsible for your take on that. That's, again, a video for another day. But I'm going to say, everybody has hard days, absolutely. Everybody has days that they question this entire style of life. But my good days are because I'm having a good day. And my bad days tend to be because if I'm having a bad day. So just remember that really does just kind of, it's contagious in both good and bad ways. So keep that in mind. So that's number 5 and number 6. Number 7 is how do you, as a homeschool mom, recharge? Self-care, things like that, for example. For me, I like to change my hair a lot, which doesn't feed into anything, but I enjoy it. I do better if I have a creative outlet, which I've realized every single job that I've made up for myself that I have done is creative. I like talking. I like interacting with people, even if I don't like people. I know. What? I really like freedom. I like being able to pick up and go to the zoo. I like that we homeschool 4 days a week. I think that's important to keep that day open for fun stuff. That makes me really happy. I've started journaling. I think prioritizing things that I value. So making videos here on this channel and keeping up with my businesses, keeping something for myself, I think has been really important. The ways that I feel best in my home are if I have done a good job of keeping up with my chores, to be absolutely honest with you. Right now, with all of the construction going on and everything being kind of out of place, it causes me a great deal of anxiety. So if I can organize things and get things in their homes and cleaned up, that for me makes a huge difference in how I physically feel. But being able to get out in the sun and go do something fun for me, if I can be like, you know what, let's go to the zoo today. That makes my heart so happy. I always call it vacation vibes. So if I can feel like it's like a vacation, that is what I love. So prioritizing sleep is really important because I am a different person when I don't get good sleep. And I've slacked off so bad. So I need to get back into all of the steps that I take to make sure that I'm getting good sleep. Because if I get good sleep, then I get up at a great time. If I get up at a great time, I get more done. I feel more productive by 9 a.m. and things are happening. So prioritizing sleep, trying to be efficient with my time, and making sure that I just enjoy the things that I'm doing. It's so important. So often we get stuck in just not having fun. But I think most everything should be fun. So just remember, even the stuff you don't want to do, right? Spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down. Find a way to make it fun. And then life's a game. Share a free resource that I love. My kids right now are obsessed with Duolingo. They love that. YouTube videos. I did recently-ish, beginning of the year, turn of the year, videos on building a completely like amazing quality free elementary, middle school, and high school year. And I can't choose one free resource. Why? Because there are so many and increasingly so. So if you need a thing, if you want a thing, it's there. You just have to find it. Okay. So you can find honestly 100% of what you need to build out a fully fledged homeschool curriculum is available to you. You just have to find it. I promise. Good quality, get them into college, good stuff. Okay. It's there. It is there. So yeah, I think that's it. All right, guys. Well, I hope that you found any of this helpful, entertaining, or informative. If you did, please scroll down, hit the big red subscribe button, turn on the bell for notifications, give this video a thumbs up. While you are down in the comments or over on Instagram at Making Everyday Magic, you can find me. However, be sure to hit the playlist down below. Go check out everybody's videos and appreciate all of their wonderful different answers to these same questions than I have. I am going to go right now, do a little bit of that self-care I talked about, and organize some of the shiz in my house to make myself feel better, and to finally do some of those things that I have promised some of you who have already laid claim to the things that I will be passing along, and actually get them out of my house, which will feel so amazing and liberating. So looking forward to it. Okay, I am looking forward to it. Now, yeah, go give everybody some love. Thanks, Valerie. Oh, if you guys don't know, Valerie was a part of the very first collaboration I ever did on YouTube. So she and I go like way back. Bye, guys.